Hey Pyros, Valmir here at Elite Fireworks. This is the tradition continuing, and this is Elite Fireworks on January 1st, the day after the big chaos. Now, if you guys have been following our channel, you do know that this is an ongoing tradition. So, every holiday season, we talk about the aftermath at Elite Fireworks, how everything went, what items sold. But guys, let's just put it this way, this season was legendary, and for good reason, because after all, guys, I mean, you guys came and you guys conquered. And believe it or not, the last couple of seasons we have truly been bulking up with, we went from 8 containers to 14 to 21 to 26 containers in the back of the property. But you guys are truly conquering the store, because I mean, honestly, guys, we wouldn't really think that we were going to be sold out of that many items. And believe it or not, all of these Elite Fireworks items that you're seeing, there's barely a few items that we have in the back. So, for instance, like if you're looking for Double Eagle, we still have plenty of them. Hydras, I mean, guys, Hydras were done. Ginger shells, there's just a little bit more, but as far as like even cakes, I mean, a lot of them is what you see is what we have left. Now, this season though was something special, and for a big reason though. As you guys do know, if you have been following our journey here on YouTube, you do know that we have been in a transition mode. Of course, myself dealing with a new business in New Hampshire, so with Elite of New Hampshire, that's been a big part. But of course, even in Texas, it's been a big transition. And it was very exciting this season because obviously, guys, you plan out a lot of things, but you just don't know how things are going to go, how the customers are going to react. Because after all, if you guys have been following our journey, you do know we had a bonus program. We have the more traditional business model. But last season, when we dropped the price for Elite Fireworks exclusive items to 365 days a year competitor price, so it doesn't matter where you're shopping, you're not going to get those items cheaper nowhere in the nation. We had very positive feedback. But this season, the rest of the inventory, so the plus 45 other brands of items that we had in store, literally everything became 365 days a year competitor in the state of Texas, that's a huge achievement that, I mean, we've been working towards. Because believe it or not, guys, I mean, you look at our prices 2018, 2019, we had more expensive prices on many items than what we had this year. And we went through COVID, we went through huge spike ups. There's a reason why prices are out of control still in many parts of the country, yet we had some of our lowest prices ever. And of course, if you guys took advantage of our Black Friday specials and all of those, I mean, we literally had cheaper prices than the first day that there was an Elite Fireworks stand, not a store. So since 2012, there was some prices that we had significantly lower. But guys, like with anything, with the economy of scale, we are able to do that. So as we have been transitioning over the last couple of years more and more with volume based, and the number of containers have been growing on the back, of course, we have to change our model. Now, if you're watching this, obviously right now, it is 𝗧𝗵𝗲 doing the recording, but I'm just doing a voiceover just because they are actually, right now, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and Castrad actually, they're moving the stands because that's part of the seasonal side of the fireworks business in Texas. We have the temporary locations, so those need to get moved right away. And even myself, we are technically breaking the tradition because I'm actually uploading this on January 2nd, but as you guys we are a very small team. Of course, we have the seasonal help, but between the Texas business and the New Hampshire business now, we are a small team, so there's only so much we can do. Of course, in the near future, that's the really exciting part, because in the near future, I mean, we are looking to grow, and big part of our next journey is to grow with others, because there's only so much you can do on your own, guys. So we're excited. Now, as far as like everything in store that you are seeing, I mean, every section, as you can see, a lot of damage was done. Of course, some fountains like Summer Rain, as you see there, did not sell that well, but overall, guys, basically every category did good. Now, something that I want to mention, so because we do also wholesale to other businesses, and so far, I mean, in general, as far as like the Texas industry, we have been getting very positive feedback for a lot of our wholesale customers as well. So I mean, overall, it was a great season. I think, in general, a lot of things went right. First of all, for everybody, especially here in Texas, I mean, specifically in Houston, we have never experienced a time where we had the most perfect weather. Like, usually we have the concerns that it might rain on the big day or the day before. There's always in between the season, there's some rain, or it might be too cold, or whatever the season brings. But this year, it was just overall the most solid, perfect season that we've seen in over a decade. So of course, that's a big plus, because that's one thing with seasonal businesses. It is a little bit like Russian roulette, because for last day customers, guys, let it pour or let it rain just a little bit, in the middle of the days. Let's say December 31st from 12 to 8 or 12 to 10 o'clock, those 10 hours really. Your sales are significantly going to drop. And that's not just for Elite Fireworks, that's everywhere. So that's kind of like the little bit of the risk with seasonal business. It is a little bit of Russian roulette, to be honest with you, but that's why here at Elite Fireworks, we've always been working on, of course, taking care of the pyro fam, because after all, guys, if you are going to do big shows, you're not coming on December 31st to buy fireworks, because you need to plan out your show. So that's why, as far as everything beside December 31st, guys, I mean, I don't want to talk about numbers, but I can safely say that as far as like in the record book, usually, in Texas, it is very common that on December 31st, you make 90 to 95% of your sales. Our fireworks stands are no exceptions, because they're run traditionally. But as far as the fireworks store, guys, Elite Fireworks Supercenter, which it's still our big day on December 31st, but we have never been under 15% of total sales for December 31st. But what is that telling us? The pyro fam is showing from everywhere. And some shout outs, I mean, of course, I want to mention, of course, in general, everyone from Texas shows up, because we are the headquarters for fireworks when it comes to Texas. Because, I mean, no one is going to give you the deals. I mean, I don't need to sell myself, you guys know it. But huge shout outs, especially from folks from San Antonio, because this year, guys, we've had over 400 customers from San Antonio that made the trip. I mean, guys, when you can get a case of Hydra for $200, or you can go buy just one individual 24 pack for $150 to $250, yeah, it makes sense why you're going to travel, just because prices, especially San Antonio, is the most ridiculous price point in the state of Texas. Out of the big four cities, you have San Antonio, the most expensive, then you have Austin, then you have Dallas, and then you have Houston. So definitely, especially because it's seasonal, prices are expensive. But even in Houston, guys, compared to Elite Fireworks, especially if you take advantage of our specials, I mean, you are getting the best prices in the nation, especially when you take advantage of Black Friday, price slash countdown, and so on. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. As you can see, 𝗬𝗲 showing here a little bit of the chaos. I mean, this was how we organize it here with the lines and stuff. But this is pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in another video right here on our channel. Bye-bye.